So I want to start this video off with a quote, and it's this. Opium has kept and does now keep down the population. The women have fewer children than those of other countries. The feeble opium smokers of Assam are more effeminate than women. Now this is from Charles Alexander Bruce back in 1839. He's talking about when he went to visit Assam and how the women are obviously less fertile, they're having less kids, and this could be due to hypogonadism induced by opiate use. And then the men are effeminate. They're sitting around, they're weak, they're not driven, and they don't have these masculine features. They're very skinny, and they're most likely because their testosterone is being absolutely wrecked by the opium usage, which was very prevalent in that era at the time. Now, this is from an article called Opioid Induced Hypogonadism, and it's on the National Library of Medicine. I will leave a link down below if you want to check it out, but I'm going to dive into some of the studies they reference in more detail and run you through them and talk about how opiates can really lower and destroy testosterone. They can also affect women as well in the sense of hypogonadism, but I'm more focusing on testosterone today. So the first study is looking at heroin addicts and methadone usage as well, which is something people use to get off of heroin basically. So they found that those who are on heroin had significantly reduced testosterone, and they found an inverse relationship to methadone use and testosterone level. So the more methadone people took, the lower their testosterone, and those with high methadone had significantly reduced testosterone. So study 2 is looking at sex hormone suppression by intrathecal opioids, a prospective study. This looked at individuals and it measured their testosterone at baseline and then after they got the opioid treatment. Now, in the first week, their baseline testosterone, the average was, or mean, was 7.7 nanomole at baseline. Now, after 1 week, it went down to 2.0. It did go up to 2.8 and 4 at 4 and 12 weeks respectively, but it's still like a massive reduction in testosterone, and this is like obviously just from the opiate use, which is just absolutely crazy to have it like crash that much. Number 3 is looking at hypogonadism in men consuming sustained action oral opioids, basically saying that those that were taking opioids had reduced hormone levels. Now, the fourth one is just talking about how there's a higher prevalence of hypogonadism in men than in women for opiate use, because hypogonadism can be caused, it can happen in women as well with the opiate use, but it seems to be more prevalent in men. And I'm focusing on the male aspect today anyway. But yeah, it's I think it's a good thing to be aware of. You know, even if you're taking over-the-counter opiates, I mean, they're all kind of the same thing. A lot of them work in similar ways. Obviously, they're not all the same, but I'm not going to go into opiates and how they work in the different forms. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, and I think it's good for people to be aware of. Obviously, if you are planning on taking anything or stopping, like talk to a professional. But I just think it's a good informative video that people should be aware of. That if you are taking opiates consistently, it might be completely fucking up your testosterone. I believe you can also take testosterone to help strengthen your natural pain threshold. But again, that's like a completely different video. I appreciate you watching and I hope you liked the video.